Today, I'm diving into one of the most effective tools for acing interview questions, the STAR method. So, if you're new to the STAR method, it's a powerful way to answer behavioral questions by structuring your responses into situation, task, action, and result. This approach makes it easy for interviewers to understand your experience, skills, and the impact you bring. For those who are new here, welcome. I'm Funmi Dosunmu, an executive assistant, and I've had the privilege of supporting 21 executives, including 6 CEOs in high-stakes, fast-paced startup tech environments. Throughout my career, I've developed strategies to help other professionals grow, succeed, and stand out in their fields. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to level up, I'm here to share insights that took me years to learn so you don't have to figure it out alone. In this video, I'm sharing a clip from my course Executive Assistance 101, and it's going to dive into how to apply the STAR method to highlight your skills and the value you can bring in an interview setting. And if you're ready to take things even further, I'd love for you to join my free webinar, Navigating Your First 30 Days as an Executive Assistant. In this webinar, I cover essential strategies to help you make an immediate impact in your role. You can find the link to register in the description below. So let's get started with the STAR method and make sure you're ready to impress at your next interview. So let me talk about a method you can use, especially when you're answering those behavioral interview questions. The STAR method is a very popular method for structuring your interview answers. So we're going to talk about the situation, task, action, and results. So to begin, when you're faced with a behavioral question, such as tell me about a time you had a difficult executive, start by setting the context with the situation. So here you're going to provide the interviewer with the background information necessary to understand the scenario of, supporting how you had to handle a difficult executive. Next, you're going to talk about the task. So describe the responsibilities in the situation or what was required of you. So if you have a difficult executive, maybe, you had to move conflicts, but you were never able to get in contact with him. So you can never move the conflict. So explain the task, explain what you were supposed to do, but the issue you couldn't do it because he's difficult. This is the part of the response where you outline the challenges you need to address. Then you're going to discuss the action. This is where you detail what you did to address the task and manage the situation. So with the example of having a difficult executive, maybe you decided to have morning meetings with him at 8 a.m. every day to really align on his calendar. Or maybe you decided that he's somebody who's great on emails. So you're sending him an end of day email recap or a glance ahead for the next day. Whatever action you took to amend the relationship, this is where you're going to state it in this after you talk about the situation and the tasks. And then finally, you want to conclude with the results. So explain the outcome of your action. So after, my executive was difficult, I'm trying to manage his calendar every day to ensure there's no conflicts, but I can never, get to him to actually discuss the conflict. So I decided to set up 8 a.m. meetings where we do a walkthrough of his calendar. And as a result, he never has conflicts on his calendar again. We've actually also built our professional relationship because, we have some rapport because we're talking every morning, so he looks forward to hearing from me, etc. And now we have a seamless relationship and I've become the gatekeeper of his calendar. So basically that's the results, right? It's really crucial here to highlight a positive result and the feedback or whatever that came after it, right? You don't want to say something negative because that's just working against you. This interview is about showcasing how you are going to be a good fit for the role. So always end positively. If you can't think of an example that ends positively, make up a positive solution, even if it didn't happen. Just need to end positively. Using the STAR method is going to allow you as an EA to articulate your responses in a way that's organized, but also demonstrates your problem-solving skills, your reliability, and your direct impact on organizational success. I just have a couple examples I wanted to just walk through really quick so you guys can see this in action. How do you prioritize your tasks when everything seems urgent? That's a pretty common question. So this this question, what are they looking for? They're trying to test your time management skills by asking you this question. They want to see if you're able to prioritize effectively under pressure. So in your response, you want to explain your method for assessing the urgency, the importance of the tasks, and perhaps reference a specific tool or system you use, such as that Eisenhower, matrix that we talked about earlier, or like a digital task manager, or even a to-do list, any example to show where your system helped you get a successful result. For example, in my role as an EA, I often find myself handling multiple urgent tasks simultaneously. The challenge was to prioritize tasks effectively to ensure smooth operations of the office and to meet critical deadlines. What solutions did I take? I employed a prioritization system where I assess tasks based on their impact. I use digital tools that organize the list into urgent, not urgent, can't wait. So that's the Kanban method, actually, or done. Yeah. So this is what allowed me to focus on the task, blah, blah, blah. And the results, this system proved effective, allowing me to handle urgent tasks efficiently without overlooking other responsibilities, and it improved my productivity and reduced last minute stress. Another example, just to lock it in, how do you handle working with multiple executives who have different working styles? So here the interviewer is looking for evidence of your adaptability and interpersonal skills. So you want to discuss your approach to getting to know each executive's preferences and working styles and how you adjust to your methods to complement their needs effectively. Provide examples where your flexibility led to improved communications and efficiency would be helpful here. So set the context. I work with 3 executives. They had different working styles. One was hands-on, one wanted emails, and one wanted visual briefs. So the task was for you to effectively support all 3 executives in a way, that suited their 3 working styles and their preferences. So what did you do? You adapted your communication technique to fit all 3. For the hands-on executive, you give them detailed updates and regular face-to-face check-ins, regular one-on-ones. For the ones who preferred briefs, you gave him a written email. For the one who was visual, you put it in a pretty PowerPoint. And, so this shows that, you're adaptable, you're flexible, you are able to think critically, and work with multiple different people, and you can communicate effectively in many different veins, So the result, all the executives were happy and satisfied, more productive, and you fostered a harmonious work environment. That is how to use the STAR method in your interviews. Very important and a good way to keep yourself organized and on task when you find yourself getting lost in the question. But really the key is to understand what is the interviewer looking to assess by asking you this specific question. If you're able to understand what they're looking for, you can craft any response that will showcase whatever skill they want to see in you, so keep that in mind. Any questions here?
What if they say, do you have any more questions for us? Or do you have any questions for us?
Always ask questions. Ask questions till the time runs out. Good questions. Tell me about the culture. Tell me about your work-life balance. What is the type of personality that would best support your executive? What are some things that the former EA did that the executive didn't like, or any challenges the former EA had working with the executive? Just ask questions till you run out of time. ChatGPT, more additional questions to ask an interviewer. I've seen many people in the interview process get kind of disqualified because they end the interview, everything was going great, and it's now their time to ask questions, and they're like, I don't have any questions. You answered all my questions. That showcases a lack of curiosity, right? You don't know much about the company, as even all you read on the website. You have a live person that works at the company that could give you real insight. So really, really tap them. They're a resource. Interviews are two-way streets. It's not just you answering questions, it's also you asking questions. And the type of questions you ask will also kind of reflect well or poorly on you, right? Like if you're asking good questions, they're gonna be like, wow, this person is really curious, they're smart, they're critical, they're thinking critically. So you want to ask good questions for sure. And that's how the STAR method can transform your interview answers. Just to recap, With STAR, you're going to start by setting up the situation and describing the task. Then you're going to move on to the action you took, and then you'll finish with the result. This approach is really going to let interviewers clearly see your thoughts, your strengths, your problem-solving skills, and the impact you've made in past roles. I really hope this gives you a solid foundation for using STAR to stand out in your interviews. Remember, your experience and accomplishments deserve to be showcased with clarity and confidence, and STAR is an excellent way to make that happen. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I post tips, strategies, and resources for EAs and professionals who want to reach their career goals faster. And if you're serious about making a lasting impression in your role, join my free webinar, Navigating Your First 30 Days as an Executive Assistant. It's a session held every Thursday at 1 p.m. ET, and it's packed with actionable advice for hitting the ground running in any new role. The registration link is in the description below, so don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.